So hey, welcome once again to Game Day with America Makes. We're here at Rapid Plus TCT 2019 at the Cobo Center in Detroit, Michigan. And we're glad you're joining us right now. We have Greg Cebular with the Technology House with us this afternoon. And Greg, tell me a little bit about the Technology House. You're a manufacturing, contract manufacturer, right?
Yes.
And you're right there in Streetsboro, Ohio.
Yes, correct.
Kind of just outside of Cleveland?
Yeah, so about 35 minutes southeast of Cleveland, kind of halfway between Cleveland and Youngstown.
Oh, nice, nice.
But yeah, so we're a contract manufacturer. So basically started in 1996 with stereolithography.
Okay.
So basically started actually in 3D printing prototypes, and then slowly built up all our services of cast urethane molding, injection molding, CNC machining to provide kind of end-to-end solution.
Okay.
And then with some of the new materials and technologies, we've kind of wrapped back around and invested in some of the real added manufacturing equipment that's kind of going into more the drive towards production with it.
Right.
Yep.
Well, it's great because you bring the Technology House then brings that sort of full understanding of the manufacturing cycles that are necessary to get something actually done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And but you also you're a carbon production center as well for carbon equipment.
Right. So in 2015, we became a beta partner with Carbon, and basically we started working with them and became a production partner.
Okay.
So basically we work back and forth with them, with their customer base to kind of develop applications of using their equipment as well as just additive manufacturing in general for production applications.
Right, right.
So,
and your customers come from not just Northeast Ohio, I imagine from all
they're
over.
all over. So we pretty much work globally, mostly nationally, and then seems to be regionally as well. But
Yeah.
you know, anywhere from medical, aerospace, industrial, and even consumer markets.
Well, speaking of aerospace, there was some recent news about a project with NASA in Ohio or something?
Yes, correct. So we actually worked recently with NASA Johnson Space Center to create the first additive manufactured certified parts that are going to be flying in space on free-flying robots.
Wow.
So basically they go on these little robots that are about the size of a loaf of bread.
Okay.
It's called the Seeker program. And what they do is they went up on the recent Cygnus 11 launch up to the space station.
Okay.
And then basically when the Cygnus shuttle comes back down to Earth, they're going to launch these robots into space. Our additive manufactured parts there's 4 of them in each one of these robots.
Okay.
And they basically get used on the cold thruster system of the parts. So basically they help navigate this free-flying robot around the spacecraft, and basically what it's there is to take pictures and video to make sure there's no issues with the spacecraft.
That's awesome. That's an incredible thing, and,
Yeah,
and right here in right there in Northeast Ohio.
Yep, correct.
And that's wonderful. So you have a display here at Rapid?
Yeah, so we're in booth 1465.
Okay.
We have some of the parts on display at the booth.
Okay.
So you can kind of see an overview of what the story was, how they were used, and you get to see the actual parts because there's no other way to manufacture them. Basically using the carbon DLS technology and the CE 221 material for cyanide ester. It worked because of the high temps and then the low temps that it can hold up in the space environment.
Wow. Yeah.
Where they were able to package their whole system in this tiny little unit. So
That's awesome. That's terrific. All right, well, thanks, Greg.
yeah, thanks for having me, Scott.
It's great
Appreciate it.
talking to you and learning.
Yeah.
Hey, and make sure you get over to the Technology House. What was the booth number?
1465.
1465, and make sure you get to check out and talk to Greg and any of the team at Technology House. Hey, thanks for joining us on Game Day.
Thank you.